Welcome to RGR Craft. I'm Ryan, one of the hosts here on the show, and I just want to say hello to what are a lot of new people seeing the videos as we're getting ourselves back out of the COVID crush and getting back on track. This is one of the first videos that I've shot myself about gear again. We've been doing a lot of beer theory, a lot of recipe design, about how you get the results out of home brewing, but not a whole lot of what we use to get there, and that brought up this topic. I actually have gone through a change here during COVID, being at home, learning about not just what is a part-time hobby, but brewing more and how to go about it. And I'm actually making some changes to what is my main system. I do have the Pico brew that has been kind of my crutch through COVID for the simplicity of brewing indoors, moving things along at a quicker pace, pilot batching a ton of recipes. Now, I'm going to make a change in a series of steps here. This is the first one as we go about trying to replicate that on a bigger scale so that as I grow and my family grows, I have some new ways to accomplish the same tasks that make more sense for me. If you're new to this channel, click the like and the sub and the bell notification. My partner Mike Munhall will have content as well. We do a lot of things together. But this one's going to be special because this is the first step that I have in moving off of what is my current two-kettle recirculation system towards a single vessel recirc. And today, I got a new piece that I think is going to make the big change for me and my family so that I'm not out in the garage in the wintertime here when it's, sub-zero at the area that we live in. That makes things hard. It makes it hard on my family. So this is going to simplify it by taking the brew kettle inside. And to do that, one of the issues that you have whenever you're inside, whether it's mold, whether it's, everyone else smelling what you're cooking, is the runoff, the steam that comes out of that kettle. Now, at my elevation, I have a tendency to produce quite a bit. My boil off is pretty robust. And so one thing that I wanted to do was get a steam lid. But right now, I want to cook on what I'm doing now, which is a couple of 16-gallon Bayou Classics. And standard configuration with a propane burner. I use a two-kettle system because I do use an induction burner to recirculate my mash. So that way I can control the temp, works really well, insulate it from the outside. Now I'm going to go to a single vessel. Eventually, this is the first step in it. And this steam lid is going to be a big thing. I went with the Brewtools because it fits, or is going to fit, the Bayou Classic that I already own. And that was one of my goals. Rather than starting from scratch or starting to have something that was proprietary to another build. So that said, I'm going to show you what I got as I do the unboxing of the Brewtools B40 lid that is going to fit my Bayou Classic kettle. So here it is. Thanks for watching this one. Like, sub, do the thing. Hope you enjoy this. Got one seal. It is what? B40 Pro. That is for the correct circumference for a standard Bayou Classic kettle. That is what I'm going to marry this to. Silicone. And then the steam lid itself. Pretty well packed. A little bit of foam in here. I had an issue with delivery, but that was not on DHL. DHL got it here actually a week ahead of time. And if it wasn't for my local post office, everything would have been fine. When we take a look at the latches, they look like they're in good working order. They spring in. They are tacked. Real quick welds. Hopefully I won't have to ever redo that. They got a little bit of raise on the weld points from where that got a little overheated. I don't know if you can make that out or not. But all in all, it's a cone seam right down the middle, well polished. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It's not the most even right in here, but this is a steam lid. This is not fermenter or anything that's got to be super clean. This is going to, in the act of brewing and condensing the steam off, it is going to take care of what you're worried about in terms of cleaning itself. Weld looks nice. It's a little low right there, but not bad. Looks like they did a pretty good job with the top grommet. Fairly clean. Inside is smooth. There are no issues. No issues with the top. As we take a look at the side 4-inch port, again, nice tight weld. The overlap is there, but this was nicely done. Again, no burrs. It's taken down well. It's got a hard line here, a little extra edge came off of it, but it's in pretty good shape. This is my first order from Brewtools, and I did it specifically so that it would fit the Bayou Classic kettle that I already own. Latches, again, seem pretty industrial. We're going to see how those hold it on. I do like this. This is a good way to be able to move it if you have to. I don't intend on doing that, but that's the way that it is. And again, this is also, I can eventually cover this up. This will be for hop additions. Off the top will be the steam condenser. But this is also that I can move my kettle indoors and brew inside in the winter in particular. Right next to my utility sink, which will make things easy. This is a pretty clean, easy, doesn't seal. Interested to see what kind of pressure this puts off. It's in pretty good shape, clean. These seals are going to go a long way towards completing the project. And that project's going to be important to me because as I get older, I think the single vessel is something that I want to do, and I think it's going to make things a little bit easier. I am not above using more grain to get my numbers. I generally have a tendency in Colorado to boil off more than I expect, given that I like a vigorous boil, and I do want to continue that. Having the steam condenser, this is the main key to it, to have an aftermarket fit. So I'm happy to see that the workmanship here is good from my brethren in Norway, and that this is something that I'm going to be able to use to adapt a modern technique and brewing on older classic equipment. Let me know what you guys think of this. There are plenty of reviews here on YouTube that you can watch to get opinion on it. I'll have some of that eventually as well. But the concept, I think, is what I'm truly looking for. So thanks for watching this one. Make sure you like and sub and hit the bell notification. Mike and I will continue to have more, but this is my newest edition as I look at retooling the way I brew at home. Thanks for watching RGR Craft. I'll catch you next time.